My name is Steven Jenga from Grace Rock Farms. I'm the manager around here. Grace Rock Farms is a farm that deals with seed raising, or that's what we call propagation. As our greenhouse farmers, we had a small propagation unit for our own seedlings. Then with time, a lot of farmers were coming and asking questions. How do you guys make to raise your seedlings and get very good crop? And from there, some farmers started placing orders, saying, can you raise for me a few seedlings to plant in my greenhouse? And small, and that's how our business started. The importance of raising seedlings, or maybe planting seedlings in a nursery, than planting it directly in the farm, is one, the size of the seedling firstly is very small. And when you take the seed itself, not the seedling, the size of the seed is very small. When you take directly to the farm and plant in the soil, the chances of survival in that soil are very minimal. Firstly, if a customer opts, or maybe if a farmer opts to plant their seeds directly in the farm, they'll get very minimal germination. That's one thing. Again, the soil, most of the soils are infected, or maybe they are contaminated with diseases and pests. So it's good to have a separate place to just raise the seedlings to a stage that when you take it to the farm, it just goes and starts growing. Firstly is to identify certified seed suppliers so that you can get good and quality seed from them. The second thing is obtaining the media. Mostly seedling requires a media that's very conducive, that's very convenient for its early growth to start germination. So you don't really directly plant it in the soil. You have to get a media. We have different types of media. We have coco peat, we have peat moss, and many others. But for our case, we use mostly use coco peat. And in some scenarios when there's no coco peat, we go to peat moss. But our major is coco peat. So then the next stage after sourcing the seed is now planting the seed in the media. So there's a process of treating the media. Coco peat, you have to take it to somewhere, soak it, mix it with some chemicals like calcium nitrate to just try and reduce the AC. Mostly coco peat, because it comes from the coastal areas, and the fact is that coastal areas are mostly saline. The environment is saline. So coco peat, by the way, is made from coco peat, the shells of coco peat that have been grounded. So it has a lot of salts. So you have to treat the media first to just try and drain the salts. Then you take the EC, attain the conducive EC for seed germination. Then from there, you take it to now the planting. After you've prepared the media, you now put it in trays and now plant your seed. For you to raise a seedling, the first thing I said is seed. You need media, the planting media. That's mostly coco peat. Then you need a tray. Then you need the resources. The human resource to just do the planting. For us, our case, we just do it manually. But there are some that use machines. Then you need now the nursery beds. We have a small room. We call it a germination room, or maybe an incubation room. It's a room that is modified to try and enhance the conditions for germination of a seed. So there are some seeds that take long in the nursery, the likes of capsicums, the likes of celery. So they take a long time. And the purpose of this room is to try and shorten the time that takes to germinate. So the germination, you take to the germination room. If it's supposed to take like 14 days, it reduces to like half of it. It takes 7 days. Yeah. So then from the incubation room, now you have the beds where you go and put your seed, the seeds in trays. From there, after they have germinated, we have a process of fertilizer application. We have watering and all that. So basically, that's what you require for seed propagation, for seed raising. After now the true leaf stage, you have applied your fertilizers. The next stage is now the seedling itself. It's now big enough. You can even try to remove it from the plug, from the tray socket, and from there you see that it has started establishing roots around the plug. Then now you go to the hardening process. You harden it for a period of 1 week. Then from there, now the seedling is mature.